talkback button there. You can leave us messages there if you like. And thank you for helping in the video department today. Daboogakoog McBun for helping out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is that Filipino? What is that?
Irish.
Irish?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, McBun, yeah, I guess that would...
Let's make like an Irish-Scottish hybrid.
Daboogakoog McBun.
You gotta say it with an Irish accent, then it makes more sense.
Daboogakoog... I can't even... Daboogakoog McBun. Oh, hello. Daboogakoog.
Why should we just go higher?
I don't know.
What's your Irish
My
accent?
friend Daboogakoog.
I'm Irish.
I know. Don't you know? He'd have like the leprechaun in The Simpsons. He'd have that way.
Start a fire.
Yeah. That's right.
Burn them all.
Here is my favorite headline so far of the week. Cause of death determined for guy who lived with 124 snakes.
Should we all guess?
It really took him a long time to figure out. You know,
autoerotic asphyxiation.
That's right. It was, adult onset diabetes, unfortunately. He died of a snake bite. A guy in Maryland who had a lot of legal snakes, but a lot of illegal snakes, too. You're not supposed to be holding venomous snakes, but I'll tell you what, if you've ever known a snake person, they won't let the law get in the way. They're already walking on the edge. They don't care. They're like, you got to have you're a screw loose to be a snake person to begin with, and I don't have a problem with snakes, but when that's your choice of pet, you go...
What? I don't get it.
But they're beautiful.
They are cool to look at.
When you're a kid, you want to see them eat a mouse and that kind of stuff.
But as an adult...
No, they're beautiful. Snakes are beautiful creatures.
Would you be a snake guy?
Person.
I would be a snake guy. They require a lot of maintenance.
I thought you have to feed them like 2 mice every 3 weeks or something like that.
I don't know about that, but...
I don't think there are that much maintenance.
You don't have to take care of them every day. I know that.
Poundcake.
They eat once a week.
That's what it is. You feed them like a mouse a week or something like that.
Yeah, my mom's old boyfriend had one. He had a boa constrictor, and it was huge, and it was just so muscular.
Yeah, like snake guys are always compensating for something, and I can never figure it out.
Oh, I love to watch it. Like that was my entertainment. It was a snake. I had never seen a snake before.
It was a snake.
It was a snake.
But no, it was just it didn't bother anything. I never seen it like bite anybody. You usually have to
that's a huge snake too.
It was massive.
Yeah. Why would he have a giant snake?
It started out as a small snake.
Oh, he got it when it was small?
Red tail boa constrictor, yeah.
Yeah, my brother had a snake for a while. He might have a snake again. He always liked lizards and stuff. Like he had an iguana,
but
you cannot. Stuff,
you can't let those things wrap around you, though.
No.
Why? Because then they think that you're in a relationship.
That's
they're
right.
Hugging you and
get your paws off
back.
me.
Yeah. Nice try, you snake.
I just think about the whole Britney Spears thing. Like, what if that snake went wrong during that performance?
Well, those are highly trained snakes, right? And I'm sure that for a situation like that, I'm sure they sedate it.
Can you train a snake?
She just had to carry it, right? Like a scarf?
Yeah.
I'm sure that
and then they take it off her pretty much right away, right?
Yeah.
Like she just walks out holding it.
But that was so long ago, I don't remember.
Yeah, and then they.
I mean, I don't know if you can train a snake, but maybe they just sedate it. I don't know.
Can snake a train?
Yes, you can.
I don't know that. Are lizards trainable? Reptiles? Frogs? I mean, I don't think that their brains are big enough to... They don't have a frontal lobe.
Don't know.
Do they?
Don't know.
Do veterinarians, like, how many animals do you have to have...
We're really piling a lot of questions on top of each other.
I'm just
a lot of animal questions.
Well, I'm curious about vets. Like, do they have only certain animals that they're trained in? Like, it's impossable to know.
Well, there
every animal.
My older daughter's ex-boyfriend is going to school for large animal veterinary medicine.
So large and small.
Yeah, so they do have like veterinarians who deal with. Some really run the gamut. If you ever watch Dr. Pol over there on it, what did you do now? The Swedish guy has lived in Michigan for 40 years. He's shoulder deep in a horse. You know, he's doing all kinds of stuff. He's birthing calves. He's looking at cats and dogs and birds. But there are large animal veterinarians who are like, you don't bring them your dog. You know, farmers will call them to come out and go, hey, my cow can't get this calf out. And then you got to go in there with the gloves and haul the thing out.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
It's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Now, DJ Cobra.
That's why he's a snake guy.
Yeah, he's a snake guy. He's been telling us all along he's a snake guy.
I've been a snake for a long time.
A cold-hearted snake.
That's his psoriasis, is him shedding his skin?
Yes.
Wow, Cody might be a snake.
That's right.
All those like
Sneak.
right wing people saying there's lizard people. Like, yeah, I know.
Wait,
a
are
bird.
you a no, I was a gecko. I don't have snake. I'm sorry.
Ew, what was that? Komodo dragon?
That's Barry White.
Oh.
No, that's an alligator.
Komodo dragons. I would have one of those as a pet. That's cool.
Brian Regan has a really funny bit off of his latest special
Well, that's redundant.
about how he went to the doctor and they referred him to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, but how veterinarians don't have that option. Like, there's no neck, and neck doctor for a giraffe.
Neck. Yeah, there was I was showing my younger daughter video of giraffes fighting.
Oh, they just hit each other with their
They
necks.
swing
Yeah.
their necks at each other and just bashing each other.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wild.
Well, I want to see that.
They
Yeah.
look like the inflatable car sales, like little guys,
Yep.
but with their necks like
With these
smacking into
thick,
each
muscular
other.
necks
Yeah.
just beating the piss out of each other.
Yeah, they don't bite or anything. I mean, they're herbivores, so their teeth are like soft, or not
Yeah.
soft, but flat. So yeah, they just hit each other with their necks.
So anyway, this guy with 124 snakes, one of them killed him. 49-year-old David Riston died of venom poisoning. And he had permits for some of them, but you're not supposed to have venomous snakes. Those are against the law, but as we've already established, snake people don't care about no government restrictions. Because it's addictive, right? You have one snake, I guess.
Yeah, one
You go,
stick's never enough.
It's not enough.
more.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Jennifer, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, it's like they say with drinking: one is one too many, one more is never enough.
Oh. The Charles County Animal Control called in and tagged and bagged at least 124 snakes. He had rattlesnakes, cobras, black mambas, and pythons, rip Kobe. And the largest was a 14-foot Burmese python. His neighbors said they had no idea about the collection.
How would you?
Yeah, exactly. I know
don't
a
know anything.
couple of my neighbors. I don't know if they have a dog.
Or a snake.
Or 124 snakes.
That's an indoor pet. It's not like he's letting the snakes out for a jog in the backyard.
Yeah.
There's so many people in my building. If I get up at like any other time, like if I get off my schedule, I will see 12 people that I've never seen before. Just like today, I was up at 7:30 rather than 8, and I was taking my dog out, and I'm like, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
They all live there. They all
Sure.
got into cars, went somewhere. I'm like, I guess you've been here the whole time. I don't know who you are. It's crazy.
Well, you can't say that anymore. Hey, neighbor.
No.
How are you?
Cannot.
Hi.
Well, what's funny too is I've introduced myself to neighbors multiple times because if they see me without my dog, they don't know who I am.
Oh, because they recognize the
It's
dog.
like- it's like
Yeah.
Clark
Only
Kent's
look-
glasses.
Yeah, like they're only looking at the dog.
You know what? Now that you say that,
So they recognize you by your shoes, not your face.
right? they're
And I'm
just
always
looking
wearing
down.
different shoes.
Yeah.
There is a woman who walks her dog on my street every day between 11 and 12, usually around 11:30. So right
So
when
when
I'm
you wake up.
right when I'm sitting down to have breakfast. The reason why I notice it is because this is the funniest dog I've ever seen in my entire life. Every time a car drives by, the dog flips out and spins in circles. It doesn't try to chase the car, but it just goes wild and just barks and spins in circles until the car is off the street. I don't know what that lady looks like. Now that you
'Cause
say
it's just
that,
the dog, yeah.
because I see the dog coming, I'm like, oh, please let a car drive by. Please let a car drive by. And she just stands there. I'm assuming, and I'm watching the dog going crazy. But yeah, I couldn't point her out of a lineup.
So in a grocery store, you'll chat her up.
Yeah.
On the street, nope.
Well, I'm in my house.
Right.
I'm looking through the dining room
You
window.
won't run out to get a little bit more information on her?
No.
Just figure out what makes her tick.
What's your dog's name?
Well, I know.
What's that?
We call him Spinner.
Spinner.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to know his name.
You know what happens on my street?
What?
Hate the show! Hey, what's up?
There you go. Happens on my street.
Hey, what's up?
Alan
Were you
Hardley.
asleep when you said that?
It sounds like he was digging at something.
No, because by the time I turned my head, he had just slowed down enough. He didn't stop. He slowed down,
Yeah.
yelled, and sped off. So by the time, what am I going to do? Thank you.
Right.
Hey, come back. Alan, hardly any maintenance. We feed our ball python once a month, and it poops once a month too. I bet that's a long turd.
There you go.
But just think of how a place would smell with 124 snakes.
Oh, not
Do
for
snakes
Christ's sake.
smell?
All animals smell.
Yeah, but they don't, if they're not pooping, they're not sweating. I mean, like, why would they smell?
Because what I'm saying is, when you get to the point, this guy's clearly hoarding snakes.
Yeah.
There's no way you can keep that place sparkling clean
Right.
with 124 snakes. There's women they find that have 5 cats and the place smells like piss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have a whole bunch of snakes.
Or just one.
Or just one. That's right.
Enough.
Not saying you. There are people out there, they have one cat, and the cat's running the show.
Feels directed.
It's not. That's on you.
I've got some food news for anyone who's interested. Girl OD'd in the bathroom of a cheesecake factory.
That's a lot of cheesecake.
God, that's so much cheesecake.
That's she's probably lactose intolerant too. and
Right.
that's why
One
they did it.
glam burger too many. The most elaborate dine and dash ever. It's in Lyndhurst. It's the East Side Legacy Village. Cheesecake factory. Police were called to report a woman in the restroom had overdosed. 27-year-old woman from Avon took 3 doses of Narcan before they got her to the hospital. She survived. Her date bolted through the restaurant, ran out, and into the wooded area behind the restaurant. And police are unable to locate the man.
That's a weird move.
Imagine you
Right.
can't even wait until dinner's over to get the spike in, boy. Wow. She's in the stall with a needle sticking out at the Cheesecake Factory. Wow.
He had to have known that about her then, right? To react that way?
I doubt this
Yeah.
was a first date.
It is one hell of a first date, though.
But maybe it was. Maybe it was a first date. What do you do on a first date when you find out? Because on a first date, he would have been confused.
He would have
And
thought she
oh
left.
my God.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, she stood me up. She
Could
wasn't
you go
having a good
check on
time.
her?
Yeah.
She went to the bathroom and then never came back.
But on a first date, you'd would you run?
No.
Running sounds like somebody that knows what's going on.
Right. They don't want. He probably had some on
He's
him
holding
too.
it, yeah.
If that were a first date, I'd be like, man, they stood me up. You didn't. You could have just said you weren't having a good time. You didn't have to crawl out the bathroom window. You know.
What's the rule here? Am I allowed to get dessert?
What kind of dessert do you get?
You're at the Cheesecake Factory.
Hey, when Elaine found out that Jake Jarmel had been hit by a car, she stopped off and got Juji fruits. So that's okay. There is precedent. Krispy Kreme will set the price of a dozen donuts based on the national average of a price of a gallon of gas. Krispy Kreme say they're tapping into their strategic donut reserve. Gee, who knew they were holding out on us? They're selling people a dozen of their glazed donuts for the price of a gallon of gas.
Now, is it going to
I didn't even
fluctuate
think-
the way gas prices are?
Well,
They got
I was going to say,
every
like,
day?
they're only going to do this in cities where it's, a dozen donuts at Krispy Kreme, if I recall. It's about $10, probably. But a gallon of gas isn't $10.
When we were in Arizona, it was just under $5. It was like $4.98. There were some places where it was like $5.
So they're
over
selling
$5,
they're
but
selling dozen donuts for $4.98 or whatever.
I'm guessing it's more than that in like California, but yeah, $5.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, but how much does it cost to make a dozen donuts?
I don't think
$1?
much.
Not much.
Don't think much. I haven't had Krispy Kreme in a long time. But if there was ever anything that you might potentially murder someone for, it would be a dozen Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. If someone was holding a box of Krispy Kreme glazed donuts, and the only thing between you and them was you valuing their life, there might be a conversation there. Those are pretty good. Pretty good donuts.
Murder-worthy?
Huh?
Murder-worthy?
Krispy Kreme glazed donuts, murder worthy.
Fresh out, hot.
Fresh out, hot. Like they're still runny.
But, what if I got $5? Couldn't I just buy them?
You could. Yeah.
You could, yeah.
I feel like
I guess in this scenario, you don't
Yeah.
have $5
But yeah,
But I want one so bad that I'm going to murder
it's
somebody?
the last dozen.
ever.
It's the dirty dozen.
I don't know if I'd do that for Krispy Kremes. I think there's other things I'd murder for.
What donut? It has to be a donut.
Okay, but it's got to at least have some, something to it more
What
than
kind of
just
donut
like
do you like?
I like a jelly donut.
You're gonna murder over a jelly donut?
I don't think I'm that into donuts.
Okay. I'm a blueberry cake donut.
Oh, so good.
That's a good donut.
That's
So
my
good.
favorite.
That's a
Yeah.
good donut.
You got to get there early because
Yeah,
they're
they're
running out
gone.
of those fast.
It's literally like dense. It's like you're eating a muffin or cupcake. And
I don't
it's
know
got,
if I've ever
You
had
better
that.
not get the
So
fragapans after 9 a.m. Everything's gone.
so good.
We have carrot. No, I don't want carrot. Once those soccer games get out, oh my, you better be in there fast.
Yeah.
Blueberry
cake's-
cake.
It's my favorite one.
Speaking of the Dirty Dozen, a food safety organization put out the Dirty Dozen of produce, the things that you should look out for. It's almost like they don't want people to eat healthy. You know what I mean? Like they put these things out, and sure, there's pesticides, and it's just the way things work. Unless you want all of your produce to spoil in the truck on the way over, something's got to give it a little bit more extra life. The Environmental Working Group releases a list every year, the 12 fruits and vegetables that contribute the most pesticides to your body. Strawberries.
I eat strawberries.
I like strawberries.
I eat strawberries like 2 or 3 times a week.
This time of year, man, you got to eat them like within 5 hours.
I
or
do.
they're all gone, yeah. Spinach.
Are they all gone?
Huh?
They're,
You
you
mean
know
they're
what I
not,
mean.
they're not edible.
They're no good.
Well, yeah. You're not going to eat them if they're inedible. Nectarines, apples, grapes.
I eat
Peaches,
apples.
pears, celery.
It's all of them.
Yep.
Just all the food.
All of them.
All the food. Mm-hmm. You eat processed food. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, go back.
Who did this? Was this done by like Nabisco or something? Someone that doesn't do fresh food?
Guys, you know what we recommend after our study? We recommend Nilla wafers and onions. Just peel the outer layer of an onion. Have some cabbage. Anything where you can peel the outer layer. Did you grow up doing that when you had a head of lettuce? You just reflexively peeled?
Take it off,
You
yep.
take the outer layer off?
Yep.
I don't know if that was one of my mom's hippie things or what, but you'd
Seems
always
like
take
a
off.
smart thing to do.
Onions,
Yeah,
onions,
onions,
lettuce.
Even
My personality.
now apples. Now, like if you just peel the skin off, are they better? Better to not eat the skin because of all the pesticides?
That's where all the fiber is in the skin.
Fiber schmiber.
I'm an apple chopper. I cut up my apples into pieces. I don't like biting into an apple.
You like to eat apple slices.
I'm an apple slice fan, yeah.
Huh.
I don't like biting into an apple.
All right. Because it has biblical connotations or what?
No, I'm afraid my teeth are going to fall out.
You are afraid that an apple is going to destroy your teeth.
I had messed up teeth for a real long time, and so like they were not
But were
healthy.
they wiggly?
They weren't wiggly, but they were crooked. So I'm like, if I
Takes
bite
somebody
something
an apple,
the wrong
pulls
way-
the apple away, there's a tooth in it.
Right, that makes me nervous.
Ooh,
So I got
I
in the
can see why
habit
that
of
would-
cutting them up a long time ago.
I dealt with the same thing when I had braces. Like obviously you can't bite into an apple, but like I would like cut them, or I would just buy the apple slices.
Yeah.
I missed apples for a long time.
You missed apples.
Yeah, I really liked a good apple, but like
They're good for you.
Green apples, man.
I
Through
would
and
bite into
through.
it with my 2 front teeth, and like now just whenever I,
I just
think
did
about
my back molar.
How?
Yeah. You open your mouth way
Like a
up.
snake.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you jam it back in there, and then you bite down.
That's how you do it. And then you don't have to worry about your, you don't have to
Your
worry
front
about anything.
teeth?
Yeah.
That's right. Alan, I'd sell my uncle on the black market for a good Boston cream donut. It's a little too much for me. A little too much. If it's got jelly and like, my wife's Polish, so like when punchkis come around, that's a whole big thing.
Jelly donut.
I can have like a quarter of one, and I'm good.
Of course, we know.
Bagels.
Old quarter bagel.
Old quarter bagel. Our friend Mike Beater is opening a bagel place out there in Kent. And they were making a big to-do about it, and I was congratulating him, and he goes, yeah, I don't think it's really going to cut into your budget if you're eating them a quarter at a time.
Right.
I mean, you're probably right.
Yeah, you can't be a spokesperson for that place.
Nope. Hey, I'm Alan Cox for whatever it is, Beater's Bagels. And listen, at a quarter at a time, Vin Diesel famously said, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. in the Fast and Furious franchise. I live my life a quarter bagel at a time. Now, does that sound as cool?
Not even
No,
close.
not even close. Nevertheless, my bagel eating is just as cool as the Fast and the Furious movie franchise.
I think it's going to be called Flash Bagel Co.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
I like
Alright.
an onion bagel.
Nope.
Big fan.
Nope.
I don't like everything bagels because I'm not a huge fan of sesame seeds.
What's the appeal of an onion bagel? You wouldn't
I like
eat
the
like
flavor.
But you wouldn't eat it like an onion sandwich.
No, but I like the onion flavor. It has like tiny little baby pieces of onion in it just for flavor. It's not like you're eating a raw onion like an apple.
It's like a plain bagel.
Huh.
Blueberry bagel's fine, but I prefer a plain bagel. I don't need all that stuff.
I'm going onion every time, if they have it. And then I'll get everything if they don't have it. And then if they don't have onion or everything, I'm not getting a bagel.
Onion
You won't just
every
eat a plain-
time.
I love onion bagels.
You won't just eat a plain bagel?
I don't. No. No, probably not.
Ellen, my girlfriend, will only eat apples if I cut them up for her. We'll stop dating fourth graders.
Well, untie her.
Let her do her own thing. By the way, that's when you know you love someone. If they go, I will only eat this if you cut it up for me. You go, okay, I'll cut it up for you. Because I don't care if you eat it.
Right.
I'm not an apple farmer. I'm not trying to, hit my quota. I don't care if you have the apple. But I care about you. And so if that's how you'll consume them, like a child, no offense, Mary.
Easy.
Yeah, but you'll cut up your own.
I cut up my own apples. Yeah.
Cut up your own apples. Now, do you core them first?
No, I just cut them around the core.
Cut them around the
If
core.
I had an apple corer,
Get a corer.
I
You
would do
shove
that.
it right down the middle.
And then it slices them for you, right?
Yeah.
Like fans out almost.
Yeah.
Like, look at this press.
yes.
Like a little flower.
Like a blooming onion.
Yeah.
But good for you.
I just use a knife.
All right. I guess you think an apple corer might be pretentious.
I just don't own one. I'm not going to go buy one. I can cut it.
You could get one right now on Amazon.
You could get one
I don't
in
want one.
You can get one in like the gadget aisle at Giant Eagle.
If I
The kitchen gadget aisle.
found one, I'd
Yeah.
use it.
All right. Somebody's got a birthday coming up.
You know what I want for my birthday?
Oh, God. He sends us his photo. The love hammer.
Oh, gross.
This giant pink dildo that looks like a hammer.
Hammer. An actual
Oh,
hammer.
God, this guy. I know what I want. Joe Subtle over here.
I saw it on Twitter.
Head and handle pleasure.
Yep, there you go. I'll get you the ball peen version, and you'll have to figure it out.
Men should just give up. If women are resorting to things like
Many
that,
of us have.
there's no hope. There's no hope. I don't blame you.
I've got to take a break. If you want to go see comedian Tim Dillon, he's doing a show at MGM Northfield Park. I have a couple of tickets for you after the break. 35192 if you want to text.